Hey guys, it's Sandy here coming to you live from my kitchen, and right now it's 25 after 10. I know, this is like my third live video today. I must have been really missing you guys and wanting to connect with you. So tonight I'm making, what is this? Easy chicken noodle soup. I've made this before. I think this is the second time. Who's on with me? Hey Amanda, welcome! I was in your kitchen earlier today and now you're in my kitchen, and I literally have my smartphone sitting on top of a box of minute rice so that we can catch what we're doing here. So I'm making easy chicken noodle soup, and it's from this awesome cookbook Fixate. If you're interested at the end of the video, if you want to get this awesome cookbook, let me know. I can hook you up with a deal. But for right now, let's focus on how I've already kind of prepared things so that you're not hanging out here for 20 minutes. Who's on with me? Hey Robin. Okay, so this is like one of the easiest chicken noodle soups I've ever made. I'll tell you what's in it. There's onion, celery, and chicken broth, rotisserie chicken. And, you know, if you're short on time, you can always, you know, go to the store and get the rotisserie, the chickens that are already made. You know, if you're really tight on time, like here I am, I'm doing this at like, you know, it's after 10, I've already had a full day. Our weekend was busy, we were car shopping, we didn't have time to do all our meal prep, and you know, that's the other thing, guys, I want to be transparent with you. Just because I'm a fitness trainer and personal trainer and fitness instructor and I do this for a living and meal prepping and all this stuff doesn't mean that it's 100% perfect all the time. Sometimes we're busy on the weekend. We don't get to do our Sunday meal prep. Stuff happens. Life gets in the way. Here we are. Let's get real, right? So I'm being transparent with you. I'm living it with you. Who's on with me? Dave made it and my husband loved it. Oh, I'm so glad, Amanda. Hey, Dave. And Jessica's on. Okay. So how it works in our house is my husband does all the grocery shopping and I do all the cooking, mainly. That's usually how it works out. That's what works for us. And he's out in the garage now. He came home and did the grocery shopping. I'll put everything away, and now we're making soup. Okay, so what I did was I went ahead and put in the first two ingredients. So I put in the onion and I put in the celery. And I just had it cook for about 5 minutes just to get the onion translucent and to make the celery soft, okay? And now we're gonna, let me find a place that, this is real, it's live. Gotta find a place for my book. Okay, so now we're at the point where we're gonna add in the rest of the ingredients. Turn up the stove to high because I want to get this boiling. So I'm gonna add in the carrots. We bought the baby carrots, and the reason being is when you buy the big carrots, like we buy for my horse, we buy him the big carrots, and I'm telling you, nothing's worse than chopping. You know how it is, right? You're chopping the big carrots. Maybe I need to take a cooking class or something. Maybe there's a specific way of cooking carrots, but I find it a real pain. So we get the baby carrots. They're much easier to chop up. So I'm just going to add those in there. I feel like I have my own cooking show like you did earlier today, Amanda. We should just tag team doing recipes out of this book, Amanda. You do one day and I do one the next. Okay, so let's stir that up in there. The last time I was on live cooking, I made pancakes, and I think I burned a couple just because, you know, you get carried away. And quite frankly, this goes by kind of fast when you're live because it's fun. And I can connect with you guys. Who we got on here? Jessica. And so I'll just stir that around a little bit. You know, it's starting to get cold, and you know, we haven't got the snow just yet, at least not in Winnipeg, maybe where you guys are. Okay, so here's the chicken. Now, you can get a whole chicken, cook it in the oven like you normally would, and then your leftovers, you know, make the soup out of it, right? Like I said, if you're tight on time and you want to get a soup going and you didn't have time to cook your whole chicken, then you head to Sobeys or Safeway or whatever and you get yourself, oh, okay, we've got interference here. Somebody wants to say hello who's climbing up my pants, like literally climbing up my pants. Okay. Somebody wants to say hello. Oh, say hi, Leia. No, over here. Okay, so, anyways, if you don't have time to cook a whole chicken, we're multitasking here. You go to Safeway or Sobeys and you get a rotisserie chicken. So I'm going to mix that up in there. Okay, I'm going to need 2 hands, little girl, so we're going to have to put you down. And we'll mix that around in there. How we doing? Talk amongst yourself. Hey, Carol. How's it going? Yeah, that was Leia. We have 2 cats. They're Russian blues, and apparently they're hypoallergenic. So if you have allergies to cats, and you haven't been able to have cats, you might be able to get these Russian blues. Not that we're selling them or anything. Okay, so then I mix that around in there, and then I've got already prepared the chicken broth. And I usually try and get organic, but we didn't have it this time. Whoop, I almost knocked my phone off the minute rice box. This is chicken broth, no salt added, Campbell's. That's what we try and usually get organic, but try and get least salt, least sodium possible. So we're just going to pour that in there. We got that turned up on high. Now, what I find, because this is a chicken noodle soup and this is going to be the second time I've made it, I don't know about you guys, but I like my soup, I like to have a lot of broth in my soup. So I found that the amount it asked for, once I put the noodles in, of course it soaks up the broth, right? So I end up adding more in afterwards, because once you start putting it into your containers, which I'll show you, well, we have all kinds of them here, but we tend to prepare our meals and then have them, you know, in containers like this, 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 this. We got all kinds, we got all different sizes here. So the idea is, once you prepare, and we prepare everything in bulk, so we're usually doubling and tripling and quadrupling our recipes so that you have your meals, you know, for at least a week, right? So that you're not cooking at 10:30 at night here like I am. We usually have our meals prepped on the weekend and then we're good for the whole week, right? So we're improvising here a little bit. And then the idea is once it's ready, then you're going to put it into your containers and then you have it ready, and it is quick and easy for lunches and for suppers during the week. You just grab it and then you put it in your lunch kit and away you go. Now this, let's talk portions, but I'll show you my husband's lunch kit. Oh, he put it away. Hang on. I know, I'm just like you, Amanda, when you walked away from your phone, like how many times today, right on you. So this is my husband's lunch kit. It's called the 6-pack lunch kit. Isn't that hilarious? I think he's laughing. He just came in from the garage. That's his lunch kit, and all of his, I know, now it just became like show and tell. Hang on. Oh, wrong zipper. This is like a show and tell episode here. See, and then he's got room for all his containers in here, right? Oh, here's one. There's one. There. I bought this for him for Christmas or his birthday. You know, because we started this like Beast program, which is like for bodybuilders, which he loves. So if anybody wants to do that with him, he would love to have somebody do it with him. So message me if you're interested. Okay, let's talk. I'm just waiting for this to boil, so hold on there. Yes, containers, very good. Svetlana's on. Okay, so I'm just waiting to bring this up to a boil, and while we're waiting for this to boil, we're just talking amongst ourselves, right? So I need it to boil before I add the noodles in. Okay, so again, anybody who's doing the 21-day fix, who's in my challenge group online, and what that is it's a bunch of us working out with programs together with meal plans and daily shakes and getting great results. So if you're looking to lose weight or gain muscle or lose inches or just feel good or need energy, that's what we do. We gather in a group, and Sheldon, my husband, and I, we coach everybody through the programs. So there's one program that's really popular, is 21 Day Fix, and this cookbook is really cool because it works really well with that program. Because see all these little containers here? It's a food portion controlled program. So basically all these recipes will tell you how much you need in those containers. Basically your plan is how many you can eat. So one is for veggies and one is for proteins, and you know, you get the idea, right? So it's really easy, especially for people that have a hard time like figuring out like how much am I supposed to eat, or I thought I was eating good but I'm gaining weight, I don't know what I'm doing. Okay, so it takes all the guesswork. Okay, so the container equivalents for those of you doing that program, the container equivalents for this easy chicken noodle soup is 1 green, 1.5 yellow, and 1 red. So that's pretty cool, and the portion size is actually really good. A lot of people think that, you know, you have to starve to, you know, stay a certain weight or to look a certain way or whatever. And I'll tell you something, we don't starve in this house. We eat a lot of food. You know what I mean? And so it's not about, you don't have to starve yourself to look good and feel good. So the portion for this soup is actually 1.5 cups per serving. It took me about, like, in total, it'll take 15 minutes to prepare, you know, by the time you cut all the vegetables up and everything, right? That takes the longest of prep work. About 20 minutes to cook it, and then it's ready. So I'm just waiting for it to boil here, and then I'm going to add in the noodles. Now, the noodles that you can use whole wheat pasta like pen or rotini shells. The other substitute is you can use like a rice pasta, brown rice, quinoa, gluten-free options, you know, just whatever works for you. Let me show you. I do have, I'm using a different one, these little shells right now, but I do have brown rice pasta. I'm live. Make sure you're decent when you come in the kitchen because we're live. Just make sure Sheldon has pants on when he comes in the kitchen. Because I'm always live. You just never know. First thing in the morning, whatever. So this is a brown rice pasta right here, which is quite nice. But I'm using a different one tonight. But the nice thing is about this soup is you can really make it your own. Who else we got on here? Oh, hey, Diane. So, that smells good. Where is everybody? Is it snowing anywhere? What do we got here? I seldom find a cookbook that I can cook and enjoy every recipe, but this one meets my high standards. The ingredients are not too exotic or expensive either. Hey, Tara. Welcome to my kitchen, and I'm like the Galloping Gourmet here. I am cooking chicken noodle soup live. And I hear you, Amanda, about... Here's the thing. I never used to like to cook out of a cookbook, to tell you the truth. I did not like to use cookbooks because I found that every time I opened a cookbook that it was ingredients I never heard of, or, you know, just stuff that wasn't in your pantry, and then you had to go and spend thousands of dollars on the ingredients, and it, you know, there was like 500 ingredients per everything you wanted to cook, and it just seemed like it took a lot of time, you know what I mean? And so it'd been a long time since I bought a cookbook, so I was really pleased to see this one, as you are, Amanda. I'm just as pleased to see this. There's meatballs in here that are really good. And yeah, give me some love, give me some thumbs up, guys. Is anybody else cooking at like 10:30 at night? Well, I know some of you from the US, some of you from Canada. Does anybody have snow right now? I'm actually excited for snow. We just got a new car last night, and it has winter tires and traction control and ABS and all-wheel drive, and I'm just raring to go. Heated seats, so I'm actually looking forward to winter. Bring it on. Okay. Oh, it's smelling good. Who's coming over for soup? Never mind, I didn't say we were sharing. Are you working on your laptop over there?
Yeah.
Oh, very nice. Very nice. Leia came to talk to me while I was on the video. Okay, I think we're ready to go here. Let me throw in the noodles, because we want to eat supper at some point around here, right? Okay, there we go. So if you want this recipe or any other recipes, just, message here. I'll check it all out later, or you can email me, sandyknox@gmail.com. Who else we got on here? Svetlana. Super excited to see how it will turn out. Yes! Oh, just rain, Amanda. Yeah, we had lots of rain last night. Okay, so I'm going to let you see what it looks like. And I'm going to just stir this around. I have to remember how long it has to cook here for. Okay, it has to boil for 10 minutes. All right. Okay. Very good. All right. Whoops, I almost knocked my phone off. Did I mention that my phone is sitting on a box of Minute Rice? What are y'all doing right now besides watching me live make my chicken noodle soup? What else are you guys doing? Are you getting kids ready for bed? Are you packing your lunches for tomorrow? I'll show you how good this looks. I love the colors. What's happening? Oh, somebody's giving me smiley faces. Did you guys notice that on Halloween that there was like, instead of liking, you could put like a ghost or a witch or something? That was pretty cool. Gotta like Facebook, Who's on? I was watching The Voice recorded. Got it. Okay. Hang on. Can you see this? Can you see the steam? Oh, it's smelling good. You gotta come and look at this. Here, let's see if I can turn this around here. Don't mind us the mess. Don't mind all the... See, I told you. That's where I was hanging my phone. Okay, here it is. Ooh, see the steam? But look at all this. Look at the amazing colors. I can't wait this. We got carrots and celery and onion, and I mean, this is live. I mean, you could practically smell it, right? Chicken. Oh, Amanda's supposed to be doing schoolwork. It's much more fun to watch, a fellow team member. Oh, Leia's back. Cooking, because now we're like the cooking crew here. Look at that. Isn't that awesome? So this is going to have to boil for 10 minutes. So I'm just going to get that on there and then I'll flip back. Okay, so let me sit this up here. Now I'm not going to hold you on here for like 10 minutes till you wait this thing, because that's pretty much it. Like that's how easy it is, really. I threw in some celery and onion, and I had that in some oil for 5 minutes till everything got nice and soft. Then I added in the carrots and the broth and the chicken. Oh, and I can't forget the oregano and the salt and the pepper. We get a little bit of that in there. Stir that around. And then boil it for 10 minutes. But you know what I find about soup and chilies is they're always better the next day, because it has time for that flavor to really, sit in. Whew. It's time to really soak in overnight, right? Exactly. Does anybody have any questions? So, if you're struggling on your eating, right? I find that, in helping people over the years get fit and healthy, I've found that it's not so much the workouts that they're having a hard time with. Like, sometimes it's hard to schedule those in, but that wasn't really where people had the hardest time. It was meal prep. It was, you know what I mean? Like, just trying to figure out how to prep and how to cook and how much to cook and what to cook. When to eat, how much to eat. I just found that was the missing link. It wasn't so much the workouts, it was the food where people were really, messing up on, and not feeding you know, not feeding your immune system, not feeding your body right, and then just, you know, breaking down and starting to, you know, have illnesses and injuries and just not feel good, right? What type of noodle did I use? Let me just take a look into the, I'm going to disappear into the pantry. Okay, so this time I had a choice of two different ones. What did I do with the other one? Brown rice pasta was the one choice. And so tonight I decided to put in durum semolina. So this is the one that I put in tonight. You see that? I like to switch it up. I like to use brown rice noodles. I like to go gluten-free. It just depends on what we're feeling that week. And also, what's in the cupboard? What's in the pantry, right? Hi, Nancy. Welcome. Okay, for those of you that are just coming on, I am making the easy chicken noodle soup from the Fixate cookbook, and I'll show you what it's looking like here. It's getting pretty steamy in here. We're getting pretty steamy. It's boiling pretty good here. We've got about another 7 minutes of it boiling. And I don't know about you guys, but I am a soup and chili and stew gal, especially in the winter time. We really need that, don't we? Oh yes, variety is the spice of life. And speaking of spices, the other thing, I'm going to be getting a steam if I stand so close to that. The other thing is, Sheldon and I don't really like a lot of, you know, spices. And we tend to usually, I doubled this batch, by the way, but I still put, as if it was a single batch, I put that, the oregano, the pepper, and the salt. Those are the only 3 spices in this soup. And I only used, like, as if I was making 1 batch. So I didn't even double it because we tend to go less on the spices. I find that if you over spice it, if you're already starting with a good meat and good vegetables and everything is really flavorful, I find that the spices can overpower. Do you guys find that too? Like, if you're using too many spices, you kind of miss out on the taste of everything else. It'll just sort of overpower. Oh, this is smelling good. I just can't wait to have this soup for lunch tomorrow, and I'm gonna have it for supper tonight. Okay. So my challenge for you all that are watching me is go live later this week and cook something, like something for breakfast or lunch or for supper, because you know what? To be honest, you know, we're all there to help. We're here to help each other, right? And, you know, this will encourage you. You know, you see me doing this at 10:30 at night. You know, we've all had a full day, right? And here we are cooking soup, and it can be helpful to see other people doing this at this hour, and then it'll encourage you to want to do it. And then, you know, sure enough, tomorrow you'll be cooking something, you'll say, hey, I'm going to go live on Facebook and show people how to make my little treats that I'm making. Or if I had time, I'd show you how to make Shakeology treats, but, you know, maybe we'll do that tomorrow night. We make Shakeology, these little balls, out of using vanilla Shakeology, which is so good. So you can have your Shakeology and eat it too. If you don't want to drink it, you can eat it. So it's so great. But my challenge is for one of you to go on and do a live video and cook something and share it, because I think we can all learn from each other, and sometimes we just get overwhelmed with your day and you just think, oh, I can't do that, and oh, it's easy for them. You know, a lot of people, I swear they think I come home to, you know, a cook and you know, there's somebody here, you know, whipping all these recipes up, but no, it's us. It's Sheldon doing the shopping and me doing the cooking, or, you know, it doesn't work so well the other way around when I go out to do the shopping. Sometimes I last 5 minutes in the store. I find I can never find anything because, you know, it's been so long. We have about 4 minutes and this is going to be ready. I'm very excited. Does anybody have any questions? You know, the other thing is, you know, if you're lost and you need some help, you've kind of lost your way in your health, you're just not feeling good, or, you know, you're dealing with some stuff and you could really use some support. you know, send me a private message. I'd love to chat with you about, you know, figuring out what your goals are or what I can help you out with. I have new people that start every month. You know, now would be a good time. November's just starting. You can be involved with my online Facebook group where there's about 50 of us in there. And we all help each other every day with recipes and workout plans and stuff. So it's a great place of, you know, to be somewhere where it's positive, you know. So if you need a good workout plan and a meal plan and some recipes, let me know. What we got on here? The video froze. Are you serious? Is it going now? Okay, we're good now. It keeps saying my connection is weak. I don't know why that is. So, okay, as long as you guys you're with me. Hey Karen, how's it going? Wow, we are really steamed up now. Any suggestions of what you'd like me to go on and cook later this week? Let's see. This book has everything. Like I was saying before, I wasn't somebody who liked cookbooks, you know, because there was always too many ingredients. I'd have to go and purposely shop for all these things, and you know, it costs money, right? Have you made the eggplant turkey burger? It looks amazing, but I have never cooked eggplant. You know what? I haven't made that yet, Amanda. The next thing that we actually bought ingredients for that I want to make is, oh, what is it? I think it's an egg scramble type thing. Let me see here. It might be a breakfast. Oh, here it is. Vegetable egg cups. I want to try this one. It has eggs, sea salt, mushrooms, red bell peppers, green onions, and then a homemade, like a salsa if you want to add it on top. She's even got a recipe for a salsa. But anyways, I just thought, you know, sometimes I like to have, you know, I don't want to get up and make an omelet in the morning, but this is like an omelet. Look at this. And it's like an omelet, but they put it in the little baking cups, which is so cool, right? It's a muffin tin, basically. And it would take 15 to 20 minutes to cook this. So basically you just throw all the ingredients together, mix it around, pour it into the muffin cups and bake it. That's the next one I want to try. I really want to try this one because then you just pop those out and away you go. So Amanda, if you make that eggplant, you're gonna have to like somehow go live. I know when you're going live, I like to prepare everything sort of a little bit ahead of time. Oh, and the shake that you made today, that's actually my favorite one. The banana and the peanut butter. Oh my god, and the vanilla. I know chocolate's your favorite, but vanilla's my favorite. Okay, so guys, check it out. It's done. Just like that. I'll show you. The noodles are fully cooked. Here we go. So prep time 15 minutes and cook time 20. Here it is. Look at that, all cooked. Now I'll spoon it out for you. Let me see. Oh, there's my ladle. I'll show you. It's gonna be very nice, very nice. So it is 1.5 cups per serving. Now I didn't measure that out. That's might be a little bit more, a little bit less, but you get the idea. And that makes a really nice lunch or supper. No, now Sheldon's watching. Oh, Kim's watching. What was I going to tell you? Let me get the book. I want to tell you what the nutritional information is. That's really important. Now, what did I do with my book? Okay. Well, let's turn that down. So you got to see the after effect of the soup done. Yummy. Okay, so now I gotta go back and tell you what the nutritional information is, because that's always important. You know, as far as like carbs and proteins and so forth. Boy, this is a big book. I'm telling you, it's like there's 101 recipes in here. Good golly, we'd be here all day. Where is it? That's the breakfast. I gotta find the soups. Oh, here it is. I'm gonna have this cookbook just, you know when you start using a cookbook and it goes everywhere with you and then it just looks like... Okay, so here we go. Who's on with me here? Alright, hey Janet. Okay, so I just finished making the easy chicken noodle soup out of this lovely cookbook. Now I'm going to tell you the nutritional information. Okay, so per serving, which is 1.5 cup, guys, it is 357 calories. And so total fat, 8 grams. Saturated fat, 2 grams. Cholesterol, 96 milligrams. Sodium, 518 milligrams. Carbohydrates, 26 grams. Fiber, 5. Sugars, 5. Protein, 44. So what I'm most happy about is the protein at 44. Especially when you're doing these programs with a lot of lifting the weights and wanting to get muscle toning and so forth. That protein bring 44 I'm very excited about. And that's why we eat a lot of chicken in this house too. We don't eat a lot of beef, but we do love our chicken, and we do chicken in our chili, our lovely, or turkey chili actually. So we do a lot of turkey and we do a lot of chicken around here. So there you go, that's your nutritional information. So thanks so much for hanging out with me. It made making the soup go by quicker, and now we can have soup. All right, guys. Thanks so much for... I was already thinking of nice laminating my... I know, because Amanda is such a nice cookbook, and I'm just thinking mine is just going to be destroyed by the time we've made all these recipes. Thanks so much for tuning in, guys. If you have any questions or comments, just post them below. You know, if you need help with the workout plan, meal plan, whatever, you just want to talk, you want to just, you know, share stuff with me, tell me about your goals. I love to hear from you. You can send me a message, sandyknox@gmail.com, or just send me something on Facebook. Thanks so much for tuning in, guys. Have a great night. We're going to go and have our soup. Soup's on!